Hey everyone, today's workout is an AMRAP for 21 minutes. It's called Rampage. So we're going to have 10 renegade rows, 5 burpee box jumps, 10 weighted sit-ups, and 5 cleans. And every time we complete that 3 times, we're gonna do 2 rounds of 1 slam ball plus 20 toe taps. So we're gonna go through all of those movements and the modifications, and then you can get started. All right, so our first movement is going to be our renegade row. So for this movement, we want to move our body as little as possible. So we want to create a nice solid base. So our hands are always going to be right underneath our shoulder, just like a regular push-up. We're going to have a nice straight line with our legs, but instead of what we would do for a regular push-up is have our feet about, no more than hip width apart. But we want to bring them a little bit wider to create a nice stable base, because when we do that row, we do not want to be moving our body back and forth. We want to try to keep it as still as possible. So we are going to be engaging not only our core to keep us in that stable position, but also our glutes and legs. You should feel it everywhere because you're also engaging those arms doing the rows. So when we come up for the row, we only want to come to about a 90-degree angle. We don't have to come past that, but we don't want to go below that either. So let me show you sideways first, and then I'll switch to the front. So again, we want a nice stable platform for us. You want to be squeezing those glutes, those legs, that core, and you're just going to march with those dumbbells. Again, we want to avoid any part of our lower body moving. The only part moving is our arms into that 90-degree angle. So again, let's set up. And I'm squeezing everything as I am marching. So, now you can experiment with the weights. You can go lighter, you can go heavier. If you don't have weights or you're not ready for weights, you can use a band as well. So again, it's the same movement. We're just going to use the band instead as the resistance. The other thing you can do is shoulder taps. And the same thing, we don't want to be rocking back and forth. We just want to be squeezing everything and then just touching our shoulders. Okay, burpee box jumps. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's a burpee with a box jump. So you're going to set up at your box. You're going to do a burpee first, facing the box. You want to be as close as possible so that when you finish the burpee, you're pretty much set for that box jump up. If you have to step forward, you have to step forward, that's fine. But make sure you're not too far back when you go to jump. That's how accidents happen. When we jump up on the box, we want to make sure our whole foot is up on the box, and we want to make sure we're standing all the way up at the top. We want to land no more than a quarter squat. We don't want to land in a full squat. So we're going to do that burpee as close as possible, touch the ground, jump up, jump back down, jump into that burpee. Don't hit that face. So modifications, you can just do a push-up, box jump. You could do a walkout burpee with or without that push-up. You could do an up-down. If you don't have a box, you could do with the plate. We want to do a burpee to the plate. So we're going to go down, burpee, jump to the plate, squat, come back down, jump, squat. Remember, when you're squatting, knees are out, chest is up. You're going to come down to about parallel. This is parallel to the ground, 90-degree angle. Yeah, so those are your options. If you don't have a plate to jump to, just pick a target on the floor and that will do as well. The next is going to be our weighted sit-ups. So I suggest having a weight on your foot just to help make sure you're engaging everything where we want to be engaging it and that we can keep our back straight. So you can either use 1 or 2 weights. Those renegade rows, you're gonna have weights anyway. So you can just put the dumbbell on your chest and come all the way up to the top. Now, modification, if you can also use a plate. And with the plate, we want to be straight and push that overhead. Modifications would be no weight, or you can come up halfway with the weight. Okay, so now we have a clean, which is going to be a more advanced movement. If you've never done a clean with a barbell, wait till a coach teaches you. Not me, someone who's with you. So just to go over the movement, we're gonna set up at the barbell. Barbell is gonna stay tight the whole time. When we do our pull, we want to be like lifting our shirt up. That's how close we want the barbell to be at all times. So we're gonna have about thumb width away from the smooth part was where our grip is going to be. We're gonna set up at the barbell. We're gonna pull our knees back, our chest is going to be up, and we're gonna pull up with our elbows out, and then we're gonna really drive those elbows forward, and we're gonna catch it on the shoulders. Just like if we were front squatting, it's going to be resting on our shoulders. We're not holding it here. So really drive those elbows up as far as you can. And we're gonna catch this. Now you can either do a full squat, which a full squat is where you catch it, I said full squat, full clean, where you catch it in a squat, a full squat. Or you can do a power clean where you're catching it, just your butt's not going below your knee. So this would be your power clean. You're gonna set up, chest up. I'm gonna drive the barbell up over. I'm gonna use my leg drive to pop that barbell up. It is not just pulling. You really want to drive those feet into the ground, really pop that barbell up. That's why we want to also keep it close so that we can use all that momentum from our legs to drive the barbell up. A full clean. Please don't call it a squat clean. I hate that. So dumb. That's a CrossFit thing. So we're gonna catch it at the bottom there. And what's the difference between the two? When we catch it in a full clean, we're actually pulling it up not as high as if we were doing it in a power clean. So we're going to pull And then we're gonna meet the barbell down here in that squat. In a power clean, we're meeting the barbell up here, so our pull has to be a little bit higher so that we can meet the barbell here instead of down here. So usually, if it's a heavier weight, you're gonna see a full clean more because, again, you don't have to pull it up as high. All right, modifications. If you have a med ball, you can do med ball cleans. So it's the same thing. Set up at the med ball, we're gonna have two hands and we're gonna catch it up here in a full squat. Come down, touch the ground. You're gonna have to kind of twist the ball a little bit to make sure that you're able to kind of catch it here. Now, if you have a slam ball, you can also do this with a slam ball. And you don't have to touch the ground because it's just going to be a lower thing. You can also use a dumbbell, and you can do just a hang clean, which is where we just come down. We don't have to come down and touch the ground. So you're going to slide that dumbbell down by your knee. You're going to keep pulling those shoulders back, and you're going to just drive up again with those legs. Don't let the dumbbell fool you. You still need those legs. Legs, legs, legs. Okay. So after we complete all of those 3 times, you're going to complete 2 rounds of a slam ball plus 20 toe taps. So you're gonna pull, you're gonna have that slam ball, 2 hands, squat down all the way down, chest up. You're gonna bring that slam ball up, slam it down, and then 20 toe taps, and then once more. And then you're gonna continue with your rounds of 10 renegade rows, 5 burpee box jumps, 10 weighted sit-ups, and 5 cleans. And once you complete that, another 3 times, you come back to the slam ball. So that is Rampage. Good luck.